Hello everyone and welcome back to Spyro the Dragon on the Sony PlayStation 1. I am BaaaaAAAHHhh, and now that we're done with treetops, we're going to move on to the boss of this world and actually clear up this world, finally. And I actually got a bit lucky there. If you're very lucky, certain enemies will actually drop extra lives. It is a very, very rare occurrence this happens, so when it happens, take advantage of it, grab hold of the extra life. But yeah, now we're going to take on the boss of this world, Metalhead. And as you can guess by his name, he's a robot. That's right, a robot. In a world filled with dragons and medieval things. I guess Frankenstein counts as medieval, I guess. So maybe it's not that weird. What the hell? I don't think it's that weird an instance, but the monkeys from in treetops now are covered in metal, so whenever you go to charge them, you can't flame them, you have to charge them, which means you're going to get hit by the bananas they're going to throw because they are so freaking annoying with those things. And probably the second most annoying enemy in the entire game behind those dogs from World 1. Because as you go to charge them, they almost always give you a cheap shot by throwing bananas, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But that's enough for the treetop sort of instances. This level's not that bad a level. Now the big guys will actually throw the little guys at you in a Sonic the Hedgehog style, so basically whenever you notice the small guys spinning towards you, just charge them. They aren't Sonic the Hedgehog, don't worry. They don't have any spikes. Well, like, they got an arrow on the head, I guess, but they don't have any spikes. Their spin dashes are useless. So just charge into them while they're spin dashing into you, and Bob's your uncle, they can't do anything to you. But yeah, the stage is it's quite difficult to 100% your first time through. It can be quite easy to lose some of the gems, because a couple of the hidden areas are a little bit cryptic with this one. So if you're playing this first time through, I can see you having a lot of issues finding 100%. But the stage as a whole is actually very easy just to traverse through, so just do your usual killing everything in sight. It's delicious. And collecting every MacGuffin that you see, every shiny thing. And as I said previously, I do love my shiny things. But again, those monkeys, pain, absolute pain to deal with.
This big robot is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt its power supply.
When he says power pole, he doesn't mean that thing from Dragon Ball that Goku has. No. That would be awesome though, like an extending pole a giant robot's gonna attack you with. That'd be amazing. Probably be a difficult boss fight. But anyway, I'll get into the boss in a second, but first things first, we're going to go down into this little secret segment, which is very easy to miss. In this segment, we can get a hold of a key, well, this level's key, an extra life as well if you're willing to look around the corner. Or if you're lucky like me and you just sort of clipped your eye while you're jumping up the stairs. And yeah, we also need to go down here because obviously there's a ton of gems, so be careful you don't miss any chests. It is more than likely. There's only one entrance to this place, so don't be afraid to try and branch off in this room as much as you can, because obviously you can't go anywhere else apart from the way you came in. So grab the key, Bob's your uncle, and since we got into this room, a magical vortex has appeared, allowing us to glide back to the first area of this level. Now why would you want to do that? Because there's a lot of gems and stuff on the buildings in this level, so we were going to want to use this vortex, go up here and glide, do some pretty good glides to get across here. Now these glides are actually really difficult to make. They're not as difficult as any of the nonsense in treetops, mind you, but they are difficult glides. I've spent a good couple of tries trying to glide across here and failing, so just be careful. Be sure to just press X at the top of the jump, that's all I can say. Anyway, this is the boss, and much like every other boss in this game, he's pathetic. Just charge into the giant metal poles. When the metal poles are gone red, they'll be covered in an electric shield. Now this electric shield that covers them will hurt you if you try to charge into them, so don't go into the electric poles when they're electrified, because it'll hurt. Anyway, we're gonna completely ignore the boss for a second because he's like a minor objective, and just go up here because otherwise we'll miss out on these beautiful gems. Beautiful. Yeah, don't be afraid to sort of go off the path and run away from the boss area, because the boss doesn't recover hits. After you hit him once, he's kind of stuck. Although, technically I'm not hitting the boss directly in this one. I'm hitting his charges? Yeah, let's go with that. I'm hitting his charges. So that's what happens if you hit the charger while it's red. You don't want to do that. But 2 segments, that's all it takes, and the boss goes down. Very, very easy, very pathetic, like every other boss in this game. Now the sequels do a better job with the boss fights actually, because they actually give the boss, they make the boss fights like an actual boss fight in the game, because the bosses in this one, they're just sort of big enemies that you can kind of deal with without much hassle. They're like they're just like a big version of normal enemies 90% of the time. Anyway, this confused me when I was playing, because normally on this platform by here, there's usually gems. I don't know why they didn't show up. I must have picked them up previously, but I don't know, it's quite weird. I'm so used to there being gems on that platform. But yeah, like I said, the bosses waste of time, basically. You just flame them or do whatever arbitrary task that requires to hurt them, and boom, you win. And trust me, the final boss isn't an exception either. I'm not going to spoil the beauty of the final boss, but yeah, it's probably the easiest final boss I've ever fought in a game. Apart from that one Hulk game where you just punch the boss and he's dead. Although that's not really, I don't think that really counts. Actually, I don't even know if that was the final boss. I haven't seen that game in years. Anyway, that's the end of this level. It's not much really to explain. It's very simple, very bare bones, but it can be quite easy to miss everything. So it's returned home using the portal for like I think it's on the second time in this entire playthrough I used the portal. Bloody hell. But anyway, we're heading on. So where do we got to go now? Where's the next level? Well, we beat every level of the game, so now we need to go to the crystal. Is it crystal? Well, we need to go to the flight level. Now, like I said, the flight level is very easy to miss, and it's basically down a well, so basically you need to, oh my god, 2 lives in one episode, that's lucky. So you basically need to find the well and just sort of fall down it. I think it's this well by here. You'll know it because it's right next to a dragon statue, so pop down here, and there's the entrance to the wild flight. Oh yeah, the crystal flight was last world, wasn't it? Fair enough, fair enough. And it is a pretty wild ride. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, as you can see, this one offers a lot of boats, a lot of enemies we need to deal with, and death. It's actually really difficult, this one is. It took me a good few tries. Basically, first thing I'm doing is taking care of all the boxes, because the boxes are right so close to the water, you're very likely to drop into the water and go into the water and plop in if you're going for the boxes. So go for them first. And the second thing you'll want to go for is actually these flying planes. They can be quite awkward to deal with, so basically find out the path that the planes are flying on and go in the counterclockwise version of that path. So go the opposite way they're coming from, and they'll go down very quickly, very easily. Now what's left? Well, we got 2 types of things left to deal with. First is these boats. And just like the planes, to deal with these boats, you're going to want to go to the opposite way they're coming from and burn them as they go nearby. And of course we got the gates. There won't be a flying level without the gates. They're basically this game's version of the rings from Superman. Although the rings are in this game. They're just not that often we see them. But anyway, just fly through here. But yeah, I didn't know what to do, because I was like, should I burn the boat or should I go through the gate? I went through the gate because it was a little bit less risky. But if you time that right, you can actually get the gate and it instantly drop down, burn the boat, and continue like that. But there's this level pretty much over and done with, so there's the last boat and we're done. I didn't really have that big an issue when I got the pattern down, but it can be a tricky level to deal with. So we're now going to head off to the next world. Which, trust me folks, the next world is a doozy. It is like, you're going to look at this home world and be like, what? Because it's such a vast, major difference from the rest of the game. I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say you'll be surprised. So, with that, folks, I'm going to call it a part here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you've enjoyed, I appreciate a like and comment to the video. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all next time when we take care of the... what's the world called? I'll tell you what the world's called once we get up to it. So yeah, end of this world, people. Oh yes, we're so close to the end of the game, it's not even funny. We got like 5 or 6 videos left, give or take. I don't actually know, I didn't count how many videos I'm up to, so there we go. Here's the balloonist. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you all next time. Bye! The Dream Reavers, that's the one.